The primary election isn't until August 6th, but for some in greater West Bloomfield, this election cycle is already over. This is the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, which also serves as the early voting center in greater West Bloomfield. I spoke to West Bloomfield Township Clerk Debbie Binder to learn more about this process.
Early voting is now available to everybody, and it's really a nice new option for people. It provides 9 days prior to an election where a voter can come to the early voting center at the West Bloomfield Township Main Library, and they can actually cast their ballot at the early voting center. It does go through the tabulator, so one of the advantages of that is if they do make a mistake, for an example, this is a primary election, if they cross over on their ballot or they make any other mistake like they overvote, it does kick it back out to them and they have the option to spoil it and vote a new one. Whereas if you turn your ballot in as an absentee ballot, that ballot is not counted until election day and there is no voter there to cure any kind of a problem, so it would get cast as is. So it really provides a nice option as well as additional days for somebody who may be planning a vacation, somebody who may have a work schedule that's less flexible. It gives a great alternative. If you are a resident of West Bloomfield, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, or Keego Harbor, you can come to the West Bloomfield Township Library to cast your ballot early. There is an early voting center at Waterford Oaks, and that is for anybody in Oakland County. Anyone who is a resident of Oakland County may go there, any municipality. But to come to the West Bloomfield Township Library, you do need to be a resident of one of the 4 participating communities.
What additional steps, if any, do people need to take in order to take advantage of the early voting availability?
It really, Tyler, it's a simple plan. It's that you bring your license. You do have the opportunity now, if you have an absentee ballot that you have been issued, you can now vote that absentee ballot at your early voting center or at your precinct on election day. And there's a process that it goes through in the early voting center to convert it to an early voting ballot. Same as on election day, it converts from an absentee ballot to a precinct ballot. Those results, they don't transmit till after 8 on election night. So after 8, every day that we're here, there's a process that the polls get suspended and the tapes get taped to a booklet, and the polls are not closed with results until after 8 p.m. on election night. But at 8 p.m. on election night, those results are ready to transmit. So it does expedite the reporting to Oakland County and helps us get results to people quicker. It's really a great option for everybody. It's what you would call a win-win-win.
Early voting remains available now through Sunday, August 4th. A couple of locations you can go to get your votes in. Either the Oakland County early voting site at the Waterford Oaks Activity Center, or all 4 of our communities can vote early at the main branch of the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. For specific times on each of these days leading up to Sunday, I'd suggest you go to the West Bloomfield Township Clerk's website on wbtownship.org. Make sure you get your voice heard in this upcoming August primary. At the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, I'm Tyler Kieft for Civic Center TV.